Joining us now is the Vice President of Marketing and Development of one of nearly 300 nonprofits and charities supported and listed on Share Detroit's platform. Kerrie Mitchell joins us now on the Michigan MegaCast. Kerrie, thank you for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
Appreciate having you on. So you are joining us from Matrix Human Services, which is one of just over 290 charities and nonprofits supported by Share Detroit. Can you tell us a little bit about Matrix Human Services and the services that you provide here in Michigan?
Yeah, so Matrix Human Services has been around for over 100 years, 1906 to be exact. And what we do is we work to move people from poverty and into self-sufficiency. And the great thing about Matrix is that we help all ages. So our largest program is early education, which is Head Start for 0 to 5-year-olds that also works with their families. We also have a robust youth development program that's for ages 7 to 17. And then we have a wealth of adult programming that works to create financial education for adults, workforce development to put people in jobs, and also to have a high school diploma as well for those that did not receive a high school diploma. And also we have a robust seniors program. And lastly, we work to ensure that we stop the spread of HIV and help those living with HIV. So collectively, we serve 20,000 individuals on a yearly basis through our programming.
We're joined by Kerrie Mitchell, the Vice President of Marketing and Development at Matrix Human Services, joining us on the Michigan MegaCast. More information on the website, matrixhumanservices.org. And so you mentioned some of the different services that you do provide, and you touched on kind of a wide range of people that are served by Matrix Human Services. What are some of the communities, or where's the area of operations that you do serve and help these people that may be in need of these services?
Yeah, so in addition to serving all ages, we are actually highly diverse. So most of our programming is on the east side of Detroit and southwest Detroit, and also some pockets on the west side. We pretty much program out of 35 locations throughout the city. With our Head Start program, we teach in not only English, but Arabic and Spanish as well.
We're joined by Kerrie Mitchell, Vice President of Marketing and Development at Matrix Human Services, with us on the Michigan MegaCast. And what are some of the key programs and initiatives that help to provide these critical services in the community to a variety of different people?
Yeah, I think our most critical is our most largest program, which is early education. We believe that while we educate the child in the classroom, we're making sure that they have social, emotional, and those kind of skill sets to make sure that they are prepared for kindergarten. We also are working with the parents. And what we do is we have a family advocate that is assigned to each family that is within our Head Start program. Then we work with the entire family of that child to ensure that while we are meeting the needs in the classroom, we also are meeting the needs with the parents as well, because we believe in multi-generational support. It's really hard to pull someone out of poverty unless you kind of collectively work with that entire family. So they work with goal setting. It could be something as small as I want to save up to get a car, or I want to go back to college, or I need a job. We provide all of those things that allow them to reach that next step that they'll need to be successful. Another thing that we have within our adults program is our workforce development program. We just actually received a grant from the city of Detroit, which helps our Skills for Life program, which allows people to make $15 an hour while they're trained and they work, and they get paid for 5 days. That is what we believe is really going to help uproot people out of that poverty stand and getting to a life of self-sufficiency. Once they start making a livable wage, they go right into our financial education program that allows them to understand the value of budgeting. We pull their FICO scores, we set goals, we set measurements and metrics for them, and then we hope that they can join our home buying program as well, which encourages people to be first-time homeowners in the city of Detroit.
So how much did the pandemic play into the need for these services? Has your organization had to change the significant amount of work that you're doing, the significance of the amount of work that you're doing to help provide these services in the community as a result of the pandemic and the way that it's changed so many people's lives, particularly on the financial front and on the labor front? How has overall the last couple of years impacted Matrix Human Services and the services it provides in the area?
You know, the thing about Matrix is that we kind of work with being proactive as possible and how to really turn what could be potentially damaging to us as a success. And so I'm so proud to mention that not only did we have success with making sure that each of our clients still had a connection with a staff person at Matrix. Matrix has over 500 employees. And when I say 500 employees, 400 of those employees work with the clients on an everyday basis. And so we didn't close down anything. We may have closed our buildings, but we actually didn't close down the support. So we were able to turn all of our programming into virtual experiences. And that's why we were able to ensure that none of our clients went without. And in addition, Matrix also works with basic needs. So we believe that giving food and giving clothing and those things are a civic duty that we all have to do. The real work comes in our case management with the other programs that we offer, but people can't learn if they're hungry. And so in COVID, we still did, in a safe way, our food distributions every other Tuesday. And during COVID, we were serving up to 600 families on a bi-weekly basis. So it actually, we end up serving more people in COVID than we typically serve on a yearly basis pre-COVID. And so what we work to do is just to make sure not only that we adapt, but people still found success. And so a lot of our clients made their downtime their prep time. They were stuck in the house. They really couldn't do much. So a lot of them said, well, why don't I go back and try to get, education? Why don't I do some things that I can do now that I have the focus of just being at home? And so we really kind of encourage our clients to take advantage of that downtime and seeing how we can create, some positivity in that environment that we had to live in for 2 years.
We're joined by Kerrie Mitchell, Vice President of Marketing and Development at Matrix Human Services, joining us on the MegaCast, one of 291 nonprofits and charities supported by the Shared Detroit platform. More information either at shareddetroit.org or by directly visiting their website at matrixhumanservices.org. And so, Kerrie, if people are in need of some of these services or many of these services, how do they typically get involved in these different programs and these different classes and initiatives that are provided through Matrix Human Services?
You know what? We are just a click away. You want to go to matrixhumanservices.org and you go to the programs tab, and it's separated between kids, youth, adults, children. You click on what works best for you, and then you just fill out a form and it goes right to our case managers and we get you signed up. It's just that easy. Or you can always call, and the number is on our website as well.
MatrixHumanServices.org is the website for getting in contact with them. MatrixHumanServices.org. Their main office at 1400 Woodbridge in Detroit. Their phone number, 313-962-5255. That's 313-962-5255. Kerrie, how important, you mentioned there's over 500 employees involved with Matrix Human Services. Volunteerism, I would imagine, for the scope of the programs and the initiatives that are put on by your organization and are maintained by your organization, that volunteerism also plays a key role. How critical is volunteerism and support from the community in providing these services through your organization?
Yeah, so volunteering, as you mentioned, is very critical to us. What we need support in at this moment in time is that with our youth development program and, people and students having to work, be at home and try to learn from home, a lot of parents are calling us because they need additional academic support, which is a lot like tutoring, just because some of the youth are starting to fall behind because of Zoom fatigue. And so what we've been doing is really actively trying to get with groups that can commit to a certain time frame, whether it's a month or whether it's a quarter, that can help us, provide tutoring to these children that are really, finding it really, really hard to be able to adapt to, what our new normal is. And so in our youth department, that is our number one phone call from parents who are looking and asking for additional support. And so we've been trying our best to make sure that we meet the needs. But in order for us to meet the needs at the best scale that we can, is that we definitely need people who have the capacity to be able to tutor, some youth for us. And I believe that is our biggest need right now for volunteers.
More information on matrixhumanservices.org. That's matrixhumanservices.org, or by visiting shareddetroit.org. Matrix Human Services, contact by phone, 313-962-5255. 313-962-5255. We're joined by Kerrie Mitchell, Vice President of Marketing and Development with Matrix Human Services, joining us on the Michigan MegaCast. What are some other ways at this time that would be important or be most helpful to your organization for the community to help Matrix Human Services?
Yes, most critical way is, and with all the programs that I talked about, with everything that we do, we don't charge a dime to any of our clients. It's not what we do. No one is able to give us any type of monetary, gift to help them. Our job is to make sure we provide the support and the structure, and we do that because we have donors and supporters. And so, the best way that you can help us, in addition to volunteering, is to give. And you can definitely give on our website by going to matrixhumanservices.org. Click that give tab and give from your heart. If you truly believe in what we do, we truly believe in what we do. We create a tremendous amount of impact for the city of Detroit. We work with each person, and it's not just like a one size fits all. We literally work with individuals and goal set and work to ensure that this person becomes self-sufficient. And we go back and we get our next person to do that same thing. And it's a system that has worked. It has proven success. And so we just want people to partner with us. So even if, you give something small to you, it still will be big to us. So if you go to matrixhumanservices.org and click that give tab, we can certainly put your dollars to good use.
We're joined by Kerrie Mitchell, Vice President of Marketing and Development at Matrix Human Services, a shared Detroit-supported charity and nonprofit, joining us on the Michigan MegaCast. More information on shareddetroit.org, where you can learn about Matrix Human Services and the 290 other charities and nonprofits supported by the Shared Detroit platform, or by visiting matrixhumanservices.org. Kerrie, just another minute or so before we'll have to say goodbye today. Anything else at this time that would be important for our audience to keep in mind about Matrix Human Services, or any other topics we haven't discussed?
Yes, anytime that you know of someone that is in need, feel free to give us a call or go to our website. We don't turn anyone away. And the great thing about Matrix is that even though we have programs that we do really, really well, we know of partners who do different things. And so we try to stay within our wheelhouse, and no nonprofit is a competitor to us. We truly believe that everyone can be a collaborator. So what we do is that if it comes to us and we know of another person or another organization that does that work really well, we will work with you with things that we provide, and then make sure that you get the support you need from somewhere else. And we collectively work to bring that individual together. And so I just always like to share that. It's like our resource center is very, very robust. So sometimes you may, just not know where to turn. And if you turn to Matrix, and if we have the answer, we make sure that we give it, and we provide you that level of detail and that structure and that commitment to making sure that you get to the next step in life.
Kerrie, thank you so much for joining us.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me. And thank you, Share Detroit, for sharing this platform with me as well.